Hello, this is Sonia from Sonyas, Quilts, and Embroidery in North Alabama. And I've had a lot of requests on my Facebook page, which is also Sonia's Quilts and Embroidery, to share my chicken salad recipe. And so I have already, I used the bone-in, skin-on chicken breast. Nice, white, breast meat. I like it with the skin on and the bone in because it seems like it cooks better. And plus, you have a bonus after you get through cooking your chicken. I usually let it come to a hard boil, and then I let it simmer for about an hour and a half so it's good and tender. And by doing that, you also have a beautiful chicken broth left. And I put my chicken breast into something and kind of take a fork and tear it up a little bit so it'll cool off because it's really, really hot. And while that's going, while I'm cooling the chicken, I cut up about 5 to 6 cups, chop up 5 to 6 cups of peeled white potatoes and about a medium size yellow onion. Any onion will work. I just usually buy yellow onions. But I've got that. The only thing in this pot is about one of the chicken breast, about 5 to 6 cups of cut up, chopped up white potatoes peeled, and 1 onion finely chopped. So we're gonna let that cook, and I'm gonna turn that down because the onions are just about done. So I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Next, we need for our chicken salad recipe, let me move my cup out of the way here. We need a large bowl. We need our deboned, deskinned, pretty white chicken breast, fully cooked. I use this liquid smoke. It's made by Colgin. I used this one is the natural hickory. It also comes in a mesquite. This is a new bottle. The other bottle I've had it for a long time because this is one case where a little goes a long way. And I have mayonnaise, salad dressing if you prefer, but I don't ever use salad dressing, but we like this brand of mayonnaise, which also is made, the Duke mayonnaise is the same thing. Made by the same company. We have garlic powder. You can use garlic salt, but I'm always afraid of getting something too salty by using garlic salt. So I use garlic powder, black pepper, and a medium-sized onion. This can be done without a food processor. I just prefer to use a food processor. It's a lot quicker, a lot easier. And what I do is I take my lid off of my food processor. Move it up a little bit. Maybe move it over a little bit. And take the lid off, and I add not all of the chicken, but some of the chicken. Probably about half of the chicken. And I like to use only a half of the onion at this point. This, to me, makes everything just mix up so much better when you've just put a small amount. Especially the ingredients that are just the ingredients that you don't use a lot of it. I think it just putting it in the food processor helps to mix it up real well. We're going to use, and all of this is based on preference. You may like it with more garlic. You may like it with more smoke. But if you put too much smoke in it, you will ruin it. Add a little bit of garlic powder, some black pepper, and I forgot my mustard. just a little bit of the prepared mustard, not a whole lot. And I like to put this in the food processor because I'm not using much. So, and I never measure anything. Very rarely do I measure anything. My daughter bought me a beautiful set of Pioneer Woman measuring cups a couple of Christmases ago, and we use them for, I use them for putting ketchup in them for the grandkids so they can dip their fries. And oh boy, they have this sealed up really well. Come on. I don't recommend this. This knife is extremely sharp. Well, let's just rip the whole label off of it. My goodness. I can already smell the smoke. And we're just going to put just, let's use the lid and basically just cover the bottom of the lid. Not very much at all, because we're going to do it again. We'll put our lid on it. Use this thing 1,000 times. I have to learn how to use it all over every time I use it. And we're just going to pulse. I don't turn it on. Just regular, because if we do, it will make paste. Sorry. Pollen is still really, really bad. We're just going to hit the pulse button just a couple of times. And that's going to chop up our onions and our chicken and mix everything up really well. Good. Well, it's a pretty good sized piece of chicken that didn't get. We'll just put it back in the bowl and do it again. Now we have this consistency. It's a nice dry consistency. Pour that into our large bowl, and we'll do that again. We'll do this in three spins. A little tad of the liquid smoke. Way too much. Just drizzle it over it just a little bit. Some more onion. A little more garlic powder. A little more black pepper. And a little bit more mustard. Just, I mean, it's probably, the way I'm dripping it, it's probably like a teaspoon of mustard each time I do this. This is my grandmother's kitchen, and she died in 2006. It went through a couple of different different people from 2006 to 2013. 2013, it was foreclosed on by someone, not in our family, but somebody that one of the family members that owned it had sold it to someone, and it went into foreclosure, and I could not have lived here when she first passed away. It was just too much for me. But after some time had passed, I knew that I didn't want somebody to buy it and turn it into a rental home and it just go down. So it was just the right size for me and my husband. We've raised 5 children, and it's just a 2-bedroom, and that's all we needed for just me and him. So 2 bedrooms, bathroom, kitchen, living room, utility room, and carport. That's all we need. Okay, our third spin. Literally nothing. This house was built the year before I was born, and literally absolutely nothing has been done to this kitchen since then. I had my cousin came in one day, and he has built some houses and resold, and he told me that to replace my cabinets would cost me probably $10,000 because the shelves are 1/2-inch tongue and groove. I mean, you could literally put cinder bricks in my cabinets and they would not fall. I would like to refinish them at some point, but with making quilts, I stay so busy. I don't have time to do anything besides work. Okay. We have our chicken, and at this point, this is a large bowl. This bowl probably holds close to a gallon, I guess. And it's probably right at half full. So, or half empty. Ever how you look at things. All right, we're through with the mustard, the liquid smoke, the garlic powder, and the pepper. And we're going to put some mayonnaise in this. Hope the spoon will go inside the jar. And mayonnaise is another thing that's a matter of preference. If you put too much, it's going to be just a mess. I like to put enough in it that it holds everything together, but not too much. That was probably about 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. And this spoon has no integrity. Let's get this a lot better spoon. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh yes, much better spoon. About another 1/2 cup, and it'll be perfect. Now, some people put grapes in theirs. I think some people put pecans or pecans, depending on what part of the country you're from. In North Alabama, they're pecans. I think most people in Georgia call them pecans. But pecans. Some people put pecans in it. I don't care for that. We have just about the right consistency. It's not runny. Everything's held together well. And you can put this on just regular sliced white bread, or you can make some little mini sandwiches. These are the Hawaiian savory butter rolls. You can make some mini sandwiches if you were having like a party or some kind of a get-together. I should have used some smaller. And just my son-in-law, which is got the same name as my husband. They're both Kevin. He's a sergeant in the Army. And when he comes to visit, he's always disappointed if I don't have him chicken salad made up. And so I always try to have it made up, which appears to bug my daughter for some reason. I don't know why, but it bugs her that I cater to his liking my chicken salad, but it's easy to cater to someone that appreciates your work. Anyway, that's my chicken salad recipe. That's how I do it. This is how I've been doing it for years. And I have gotten up in the middle of the night and catch people in the refrigerator, dip it out the potato salad, the chicken salad, and got up the next morning and there was enough people during the night that got into it, there would be none left. And I'd be like, why don't you at least put the bowl in the sink? But whatever. But anyway, let me test this. Perfect. Perfect amount of smoke. Perfect seasoning. Perfect. Now, set that aside for a minute. And let's get back to the chicken stew. The difference between a stew and a soup is a stew is thick. Now, I don't know where you're from, but in the South, chicken stew is something that we cook on cool days in the wintertime. It's a one-pot meal, easy clean up, and very, very good. Now, I've already got this is the same broth that I cooked my chicken in for my salad. And I put about one breast back in here after I got the bone and the skin and all of that off of it. So we just have pretty white chicken breast meat. Some people put the whole chicken in the pot. And then whatever floats to the top, whether it be feathers or skin or gristle or whatever, they pick it out. No, never. I could not do that. So I always cook my chicken, take it out, and clean out, get all the skin, the bone off, and then put it back in the broth. You can add as much chicken to it as you want. This has got quite a bit of chicken in it. It's got about, like I said, 5 to 6 cups of chopped potatoes, which the potatoes are just about done. And the onions are completely translucent, so they're just about done. And then we're going to take 1 can, this is just chicken with the broth, potatoes and onions. And we're going to take 1 can of cream style corn. Now, if you want to keep it more of a soup consistency, this is something that you can do. Instead of putting the cream style corn in the pot, use whole corn. But I always use cream style corn. The cream style corn helps to thicken it up. Helps to give it a nice thick base. With the starch in the corn, helps to thicken this up. It's already getting really thick. And then I take a can of tomato sauce, one of the small cans of tomato sauce. Pour it in, stir it, and as you stir it and watch your broth change color, I like my broth to be kind of a peachy salmon color and not too much tomato sauce. Too much tomato sauce to me ruins it. It makes it too acidic, and I think it's just, and this is the perfect color. As you can see, it's kind of a light orange, kind of a salmon color. To me, that's what I look for when I make this. Then we're going to take the black pepper. I salted my chicken when it was cooking, And I'm always afraid of over salting. And salt is definitely a preference to people. Some people like a lot, some people don't like as much. So I won't salt this again. I will wait until it's served and they can salt it the way they want to. Put this in a bowl. Put you some hot sauce on it. And get some crackers, and oh my goodness. It will fix whatever ails you. If you have a head cold or sinus issues, this is absolutely the best. And so, anyway, with those 3 chicken breasts, I got a nice sized pot of soup for supper tonight. And I got a nice sized bowl of chicken salad for lunch tomorrow, and snacks and whatever is left over. My husband will carry to work with him Tuesday. But anyway, that's how I make my chicken salad, and a bonus chicken soup or chicken stew for supper. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button so whenever I post something new, then you'll be notified. If you have any questions about what I've done today, please leave a question in the comments. And thank you all so much, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.